gas. I will not crash. They will not stop me. Tenfold, copy, end zone. Watch me celebrate. I'm cocky. I do my dance.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach. This is the NFL.
All right, Coach. Well, it may be a bit soggy, but that certainly hasn't deterred this fan base. A great crowd on hand to battle the raindrops at Nissan Stadium. Between the New Orleans Saints and the Tennessee Titans.
Ready, set. Check, 59. Watch the run.
Now a first down throw, Tannehill. That's the rookie with the catch, A.J. Brown. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Here's Tannehill. And he's taken to the ground, but he was pulled down by the face mask. Here come the flags. And I believe this is going to be a first down. Officials so cognizant of that call nowadays, but that would look pretty easy.
Yeah, you're right. They took out of their hands having to wonder whether it's a 5-yard or a 15-yard, inadvertent or not. Now, it's a lot easier. You see it, you call it.
After the penalty, it's Henry. And this carry not as productive. He's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be second down.
No gain on the play. Brings up second and 10 at the 47.
Throwing on second down, Tannehill, and that is incomplete here. They had the incomplete pass on second down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Out of the gun, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport, the first rounder out of UTSA with a sack.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board. Officially, that'll go as a 52-yard punt. Not too shabby. And the Saints will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And they will start this drive with just terrible field position, backed up inside their own 5.
But we have seen teams be bold here and take shots, right? Sometimes you go max protection, make it a one-receiver route, and take your shot downfield and see what happens. And occasionally, we've seen success occur.
Now Jones, and that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high power, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20-point score gives yourself you give yourself the best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Jones throwing on 1st down. And he gets this one to Ridley complete. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a 1st down.
Calvin Ridley more than justified his first-round selection in 2018. 64 catches as a rookie and found the end zone 10 times. Did a nice job getting open right there and picking up a 1st down.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. 23 yards on the play.
Is under review.
Let's go.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. And this
is going to be intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, you had to punt on your first drive, and on the first play of the second drive, you end up going backwards. I would dare say they need something good to happen right here, right now.
Now on 2nd and 13, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he'll be about a full yard shy of the 20 at the 19-yard line. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
He's the NFL sack leader coming into the game, and now that's 2 more that he's added to his total.
He wants some separation from spot 1 and 2 in that sack category. An 8-yard return there after a punt of 47. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Jones now already over 100 yards passing in just this first quarter. It's 1st and 10. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. The intended target was Calvin Ridley, and it's 2nd down. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Jones. This is caught. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. 23 yards for the touchdown as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Footing always a concern, but the extra point's up and good. Our first update now comes from Atlanta. The Jaguars extending their lead to a couple of touchdowns now. We'll keep you updated on that one as it progresses. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. As we grind toward the end of the season here, and they haven't had the season that they had hoped. So let me ask you to play GM. Where might they look to make some changes?
I think when you look into the upcoming draft, think hard about them drafting multiple offensive linemen. They've got to get stouter up front. And as a GM always tells me, Charles, this is a big boy league, and big people always end up winning games for you. Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive. He finds Humphries. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. On the counter, it's Henry. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. The Titans get 14 yards there and move the chains as well. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Now it's Henry. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
All right, Brad, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Draw play. This is Henry. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. Getting the sense, Charles, are going to put a big emphasis this afternoon on the run game.
And why not? What we're seeing so far, working pretty well from them. But here's the best part. We always talk about the best performers do their job when the lights come on. I think he likes natural light best.
Ready for the second quarter from Tennessee, and it's the homestanding Titans in possession as they've got it with a 2nd and 13 forthcoming. They'll try the air now with Tannehill. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. Marcus Davenport getting him once again his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Tannehill now to throw. And he's going to go down again. Marcus Davenport. Who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait till the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
The lead cut to just 4 as they kick it away and turn things over to their D. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
23 yards the pickup there. Well, there's your leading receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage, putting on another clinic, well over 100 yards.
Are we taking notes? We should be, right? Because I'm going to go back and watch this tape and really enjoy what I'm seeing. The route running, competing for the football, just breaking down a defense.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10, down at the 33. Now this throw caught left side, and he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Calvin Ridley with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Hard to believe, but the regular season starting to draw to a close. We've got the final Sunday night game of the year coming up later tonight. Matt Nagy and the Bears hosting his mentor, Andy Reid, and the Kansas City Chiefs. That'll be a good one from Frigid Soldier Field. And then tomorrow night, the final Monday night game of the year, Packers and Vikings from Minneapolis. First down, Titans, gain of 12. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Derrick Henry, and that play went nowhere. Losing yardage, it'll be back at the 36. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Only 2 there on the dump-off. It's 3rd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Not much going on this drive. Looks like they're going to have to punt it away, CD.
And right now I know a lot of their fans are screaming for the OC to change things up, get away from what he's been calling. Sometimes you just need better execution of the plays that have been called.
It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He might be on his way to a record-setting performance. So good here. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And it's so interesting when we watch these types of days unfold for a receiver because they need a quarterback throwing it accurately, people to block for the quarterback, so many other variables. But, boy, he's getting it done, and in a big way. Right now, he wants to rock on every snap.
Yeah, he's counting his yards in the hundreds, not the tens. And mark him down way up close to the 40 at the 39. Jones now hitting on 2/3 of his passes, 10 for 15 so far. 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again. But it's going to be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10.
He's tight right here. He's tight on the right. Tight on the right. Five.
Throwing again. Jones. They'll tussle for it, and this is going to be caught. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 44-yard line. Back to throw. Jones. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Looking to throw. Jones. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off by Logan Ryan. Second interception for him now here in this first half. And you got to think he's a rookie, Charles. How much does confidence start to become a factor?
I think that's a great question because that's what they're going to check on when he gets to the sidelines. The coach is going to check on, his teammates going to check on it, because when you haven't done it before, it's not something that's part of you. You got to see how you're going to react. Let's see how he bounces back.
Yeah, because 2 interceptions for him in college and a half. I mean, that just didn't happen. On second down, here's Henry. A good move, but not much room to run. Brought down at the 5. Give him 4 on the ground there. They're now left with 3rd and 6. The Titans on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This will be 3rd and 6. They'll run with Henry. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively. And it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. It shows you right there, he can do more than just cover in the secondary from that free safety position. Yeah, the evolution of the position has really been significant, hasn't it? Because a lot of teams no longer have a free safety, strong safety designation. They just have safeties. So wherever the ball is, one can be close to the line of scrimmage, one can be deep, and vice versa. On that play, how about that tackle we just saw? Pretty nice. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Trying to give his man room to run under it, but it's second down. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. And he will find Ridley. That's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley on his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz good on the extra point. So not only is that his 3rd touchdown catch of the game, he's done it here in the first half. I'm not sure defensively what they're going to come up with to slow him down, because already we're seeing him run past, over, through guys in order to make these catches. And being able to try and shut him down at this stage of the game, it's going to take a lot of effort. So maybe it'll open things up for some other people. Well, they better figure something out, and soon. Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. Here's a run on first down that doesn't accomplish anything. In fact, he's going to be tackled behind the line for a loss of 1. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and that'll bring up a 2nd and 11. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around. And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it. And this is picked up by the Saints. All these years we've been watching the game, I start to get the sense that whenever it rains out, those guys who have to touch the ball and carry it, they're extremely resentful about that weather. Yeah, I'm just happy I'm not resentful. And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley on his way to a historic performance. 4 first-half touchdowns. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. Lutz with the extra point. And let's count them up now. 1, 2, 3, 4 touchdown receptions for him in this game. And just 1 shy of the NFL record. What a great performance. Going up and catching the football, creating space, and finding the end zone. That's what it's all about. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And this is not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back? Well, one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense. Now here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. Here's Tannehill. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes,
You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
Here's Brett Kern now. He's been one of their few bright spots so far. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Ginn. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And out will come the offense as they take over. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. He's the star wide receiver, and he's doing his thing so far here into the second quarter.
And how you get distinguished as a star is each and every week performing to a high level no matter what they throw at you, because you're always wanting to take him out of the game if you're a defensive team. How do you press him, double him, triple him, all of those things? But the best players show up each and every week. Solid games and some
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half.
Leo! Hey, Charlie!
Throwing on second and long. Jones. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. Calvin Ridley, 46 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
I heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that could finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Now Tannehill toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
Yeah, I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the second quarter, a lot of time to change things. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. To throw is Tannehill, and Walker has it. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. Just over 30 seconds to go in the half. They've got it 1st and 10. Now Jones operating from the gun. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. One play, 80 yards. Pretty easy drive to recap.
It certainly is, but not so easy to execute. Starting on your own 20, you want something to kickstart your drive and get it off to a nice start. They went for the whole thing and got it. That's a great way to send a message to the opposing team.
Short kick here, fielded about the 17. And they'll be set up pretty nicely here as they have it up to the 35-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball when the pitcher gets
under pressure, and he's going to go down. Tannehill sacked. Marcus Davenport in there for the 7th time in this game alone, and that time With a late Derek Thomas for the most sacks ever in a single game. Okay, well, so much for the halftime report here. Guy can't even finish his Snickers. We're going to get right to the third quarter. Let me spit this out. This is taken as 4. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
Give them 18 there, and the Saints have a first down.
Come on, set. 10-2 stop. Move.
Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's caught. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays. Whatever the discussions were at halftime to try to slow down this offense, it has not worked to this point.
Yeah, I have a vision right now of everything that was discussed.
Got a man open. It's Thomas. It's a touchdown for New Orleans. Michael Thomas, his 14th touchdown now on the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by 1 more. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. This is taken about 7 yards deep, and no run back here. This will be a touchback, and the Titans offense set to begin the drive. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second half?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use, just something to get you off to a quick start.
That'll wind up going for a loss of 4. And they're going to face a third down. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on third down. It's caught. Humphreys. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job here of limiting that and keeping him from a first down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Out comes Calvin Ridley and the offense for their next drive. A monster game so far, third quarter. He is lighting up the stat sheet.
And so many times when you see these types of games, you hear about the quarterback, or we talk about the quarterback throwing guys open, putting it in the right spot. How about some credit for the receivers, though, who find ways to get open, whether they uncover late in a route or they get open early, but they just always find a way, and he's having that type of a game.
Yeah, he's been nearly impossible to cover. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. It's a gain of 20 and picking up the first. Jones now on first down. And he will find Ridley on the left side. Give him 18 there, and the Saints have a first down. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he's got it. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A 20-yard touchdown as his guys continue to pour it on. I don't even know what to say anymore. I mean, I've lost track of how many times he's been in the end zone. This is just flat unbelievable.
Doesn't matter whether you have an abacus, a calculator, just old-fashioned pencil and paper trying to total it up. The number is staggering. What a performance. This man knows how to find the end zone and make it count.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a
try to force it to his tight end, Walker, and it's intercepted. It's the linebacker, Alex Anzalone.
Okay, partner, no surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
Now, here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. This is caught, and he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. It's a good gain of 11, sets him up 1st and goal. Back to throw. Jones, and he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Calvin Ridley there to make the grab. And the Saints take advantage of field position on the turnover to cash in for 6. Lutz with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
That one, a 1st down pickup of 8. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Tannehill. Little underneath throw into the hands of Walker. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. This is Henry. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. 1st down, Titans, gain of 12.
They're making it look easy out there. Another 1st down. So far on this drive, let me do this little bit of math here. 4 plays, 3 1st downs.
That's a pretty good recipe for success. Running jet sweep here, Humphreys. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcus Davenport in there yet again. They just cannot block him. He now has 8 sacks, and that is a new single-game record. And now they're looking for 19 yards here on 3rd down following 2 negative plays. And the pressure gets to him again. Marcus Davenport drops him again for the 2nd straight play, and it brings up 4th down.
It's been a tough one all game long for this offensive line. They're already down big, and now you know they're just going to come after the quarterback in a big way, don't you?
No, they just can't get out of their own way right now. It's created an avalanche, and an avalanche is coming right on top of them. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, in fact, you can take the spirit away from another team.
And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Logan Ryan. certainly not what he was hoping for, Charles. That's now 3 interceptions in this ball game.
But there's a lot of knowledge to be gleaned every time you throw an interception if you do things the right way. And hasn't there been a pretty darn good quarterback along the way who threw a lot of interceptions early, learned from them, and became great later?
Who would that be?
That'd be one Peyton Manning. Threw 28 his rookie year. That's the NFL record. How things turn out for him?
I think okay. He's a guy in all the commercials now, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing okay.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. 1 quarter remains here in Week 16. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Tannehill. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Chauncey Gardner-Johnson, the rookie from Florida.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
He'll air it out deep for Tom, and his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Kevin Byard. And it's a good return here as he'll get all the way up close to the 35.
Pass. Offense.
So they elect to decline it.
And why not? Just go ahead and let the play stand, and they'll take that.
Tannehill and the Titans come up now 1st and 10 at the 33-yard line. Now Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe under pressure again, and down he goes again.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect. Another incompletion. You know, it's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
A good return there. Call it 13 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. A good starting spot for the Saints as they come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Try to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah,
and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Well, it was 2nd long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Now a 3rd down throw, but it misses the target. Incomplete.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. Good coverage there. An even 50-yard punt leads to a return of 5. And it'll be Titan football. The Titans offense now, they work their way back onto the field. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to play from deep inside their own territory, which means they're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of 1st downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tannehill, and he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee. Tannehill now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the 2nd half. Not bad. 1st and 10. Now it's Tannehill. He gets it to Humphries. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Now a first down throw. Tannehill. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a third down. Throwing on third down, Tannehill. And he'll hit his tight end, Walker. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the first. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be fourth down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. You're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Back out onto the field now comes the New Orleans offense. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup, let him get some time?
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season,
touchdown, New Orleans! Calvin Ridley, an 80-yard touchdown as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the three phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a fourth phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the fourth quarter. Derrick Henry trots back out there and gets ready to go. And in the early going, the running game, as we see the numbers, it just wasn't on point. Well, now it's gotten more true to form.
And sometimes it takes a little while for an offensive line to get in sync. Because early in the game, defenses throw different patterns at you, different formations.
And now he lost the football. Tannehill loses it.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is a quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
70, Indy. 59. Squeeze, double.
Third and long, it's Tannehill. That's complete to Sharp. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. They get 7 there, but it brings up fourth.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-armed guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. They are on to the fourth quarter now, by the way, in Santa Clara. And the 49ers have scored again, really extending that lead. Another victory perhaps in the cards. They're looking as good as anybody as the playoffs draw near. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. He's looking for Ridley again, and that'll bring up second down. Line of scrimmage with 31 as they line up second and 10. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Calvin Ridley, 69 yards, as his guys continue to pour it on.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. On 1st and 10, Tannehill throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. He was looking for the rookie A.J. Brown there, and that'll bring up 2nd down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to throw, Tannehill, and Walker with it over the middle. And get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves. But they're
nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
And plays like that really hurt play calling. They had a really nice gain on the previous play, but gave about half the yardage back on the sack. Excellent pressure up front. Nowhere to go with the football. Down he goes.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
On the draw, this is Lewis. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. The Saints going to call the first of their timeouts. It's just their first. They've got 2 more to use here in the final stages. On is Kern, the punter, to send this one away. Now it's Ginn. 12 yards on the return that time. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show.
And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Now we'll get a quick timeout called by New Orleans, number 2. That'll leave them with just 1 remaining in this 4th quarter of play. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23. Now Jones. A big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
So the line of scrimmage moves all the way across the 50 now as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. This one caught by Ridley. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. A good pickup there of 22. And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
Yeah, everyone dialed in. Jones to throw again. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. It'll be their 3rd and final timeout, so as they talk things over, we'll step aside. Well, they probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal. And give them another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the 4th quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like 4th quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
Now a deep ball there on second down, but it'll wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. One last throw here for Tannehill. And that will be incomplete.